Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Banknote Trading, where we take a look at the US dollar pairs in the Forex market. Today, we'll start by taking a look at Euro USD on the 4-hour chart, and we'll start at the current range. And this is the overall range of Euro USD, dating back to August. But more locally, we can see that the actual 4-hour is right here. Just know this inside this middle, it's the middle part of this overall range. But if you want to look at the current structure, we'd be looking at this being the supply area that pushed prices down to make these lows. Price came back up, broke structure to the upside, and then price reacted from this sellers step back up and push prices down out of that area of supply once again. Broke structure once again, but with that break, it was not able to go ahead and check out the lows of the overall range. So now we know that we are in a range-bound market, waiting to see price to break out on any side, but more locally. And toward the end of last week, we can see the structure broke to the upside. Now waiting to see if prices can test these highs and possibly break out past this area of supply. I'm just waiting to see if price can make a decision. There's liquidity on these lows, so if it does come back down, it can't push past this area to take out these lows and go past this area. And these lows, targeting the lows of the overall range. We're waiting to see if any type of momentum to pick up. But right now, to the upside, it is making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. And again, it has to get past this area in order for, with momentum, to see if this type of range can, this price can break out of the current range that it's in. GBP USD, let's go map at the current range. With this being the lower high, that should not be broken. Price came off, made a lower high from these highs, made this lower low, broke structure to the upside. Just continue to be choppy, consolidated sideways, kind of broke structure within. Buyer step back up, broke structure to the upside, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. It's in this area of consolidation right now. So waiting to see, just like with Euro, any type of consolidate, any type of momentum pickups in this area of consolidation right now. Waiting to see any type of momentum pick up. Technically, it did retrace back into premium of this overall range. So technically, I'm really looking for any type of momentum to pick up to the downside, take out this liquidity sitting under these lows. This was somewhat of a strong bullish internal push. But on the other hand, it is somewhat a bear flag forming this ascending channel for GBP USD. Also, so it is hitting the top of this range. It is consolidating just like with Euro at this point where price is right now. So just waiting to see any type of momentum could pick up. See if there's any more reactions from this area off of this channel. It can break up. It still makes sense if it can retrace further back into premium and then shoot back down, or if it can pick up momentum from here and shoot back down, target the lows of the overall range. There is this area of supply at higher prices. It could also, or price can also react from. So waiting to see any type of momentum pick up. As we know internally, like I said, it's bullish, but it's in consolidation right now. And it will make sense since it has come back into premium to go ahead and retrace or have a further push back down to the lower prices as this swing structure is bearish. So we go check out DXY. DXY seemed to hit, Dynamic seemed to hit the 100 mark, consolidated, and then sell step back in, starting to break structure to the downside, making lower lows, lower highs. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Now hitting these lows that was formed, this higher low that was formed while it was making this bullish push. Swing structure is bullish. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. But now price is at this higher low area. Waiting to see if this area can hold up, or if this double top could play out. So overall swing structure still bullish since these lows haven't been taken out. Even though sellers have stepped back in internally, making bearish structure internally. Overall, swing structure bullish. Waiting to see if any type of momentum can pick up to the downside. It is continuing to make lower highs, lower lows. So it does retrace and continue. We'll wait to see momentum pick up to the downside. AUD USD. Let's go map out the current range. like this. It's back this overall range, previous structure. I mean, these lows did take out these lows, so technically on the 4-hour, more locally, it's more here. But if we can go back, this area of supply that pushed prices down. Push prices down, price came back up, came back in the area of supply, pushed prices down, were able to make new lows, came back up, made another lower high, and then broke structure to the downside and broke under these lows. That's what I'm saying. Technically, on a 4-hour local low, this would be the local structure. So step back up, broke structure to the upside. There is liquidity sitting over these highs, so it's starting to take out. Buyers are starting to take out all that liquidity sitting over these highs. As we see, it's making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. As prices continue to push higher, looking to target the highs of this overall range. But overall, we know AUD USD has only been in a range-bound market. So even if it can tend to break past these highs, we look for any type of real significant momentum to push prices higher if it can take out these highs and eventually take out these highs, but I have to get past this area of supply also. NZD USD, let's go map at the current range or the previous range. Let's start from this, from October. That was the previous range, and once sellers made this higher, this lower high from this high and broke structure to the downside, it did consolidate under here. That was the range we were dealing with previously. And as you see, buyers step back up, broke structure to the upside with an impulse move to the upside, of course, breaking past this area of supply that pushed prices down the last time. So technically on the 4-hour chart, since price did push past this area of supply and this lower high from these highs, is bullish. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Like it consolidated for a while, but when you look at the NZD as a whole, it's still, it hasn't gotten past this area of this lower high from these highs. Still overall bearish, although it did take out these this lower high and this area of supply. Overall, the structure of NZD USD is still more bearish of all the pairs, even though right now buyers have pushed prices higher. I'm just waiting to see if it can take out this high in order for me to change my bias and have this range be, the swing structure be bullish. So waiting to see if this momentum can continue to pick up and push prices past this high in order to see any type of retracement and then continue price higher if the dollar continues to get weaker. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining us.